Hey everyone, Dave from Anderson Artworks here. Today I'm starting the first part of a series of my Mandalorian Armor. I'm creating a custom armor as if I am a Mando who has crash landed in a planet similar to ours. And I'm taking the inspiration as if I am taking my home in the Tennessee mountains where I am living. And my armor will also have hints and in different environmental attributes to the Tennessee mountains where I am living. This is the first video of a series of videos. I'm starting with the helmet first and then going from each piece on my way down. This is going to be more of a how I made it, not so much a how to make it video. Just kind of showing what my style is and what I've done so far. But I do hope that maybe you can get something out of this video. So that being said, hope you enjoy the video.
So here's the next step. Sanding. We use the Dremel. These sanding drums and this little mini flap sander. Safety equipment. Wear a dust mask. And wear safety goggles. Let's get to it. we go. Fun part. We're going to glue it all together using some Lovewood contact cement, odorless mineral spirits for a little cleanup. I'm going to be using a good stiff, cheap brush that I don't mind ruining just in case this goes badly. Alright, well, here we go. Oh yeah. 1/2. Boom. 2 pieces, folks. Let's just put them together.
Okay, so it's at this point things went a little awry. I'm sitting here editing it and throwing these pictures in, and I decided I better throw an explanation in. I started to coat the entire helmet in the Bondo, and then because I still work a full-time job, I went to bed, got up the next day, went to work, come back after work to a soggy, wet mess of a helmet. The Bondo never cured, and it kind of cured, but not all the way. It was a bad mix, or I don't know. I messed it up. So at that point, I had to start over. So I had to scrape all the Bondo off, and then I proceeded to go with a resin and felt covering over the entire thing, and that way I knew that the fiberglass would cure really good, but I'm not using the glass or the fiberglass, just the resin and the felt. And so these pictures here will explain the next several steps and process that goes on. And unfortunately, at this time, my phone was damaged and no longer was able to record, and I was using an older phone to take pictures, and this is what they are. And so I'll turn it over to myself and voiceover. In this picture, I put a coat of primer on so I can get a better look at what needs Bondo. These next two are after I covered the helmet and went to bed. After I got over what had happened, I took a torch to the helmet to help the Bondo fall off. It didn't turn out well. The helmet was misshapen from the heat, but I was not worried because I knew I could fix it with the resin and felt. I added bracing to help add support when I was sanding. I used dowel rods and CA glue to attach them. I then started cutting the felt into strips. These would be used as reinforcement for the resin. These are the first passes of resin and felt. I layered them on much like you would paper mache. The next pass was the face portions. These photos are after many brushed on layers of fiberglass resin. You can see it was starting to smooth out and take shape. This is the last few layers of resin. I'm now to the point where the helmet is in the shape I want it in. Now, a few coats of filler primer. This helps fill in minor imperfections, and being all one color helps see any spots that need work. After many rounds of sanding and coats of primer, the helmet is now showing me all the little mistakes. Now I add properly mixed Bondo to fill in said mistakes. I was so worried about the Bondo. Yay! The Bondo cured! Now on to sanding. Lots and lots of sanding. Remember, wear a dust mask. After a final coat of primer, I then set up to add resin in the eye hole / visor slot. This gave it a nice perfect smooth edge. At this point, I am ready to start tackling the inside pads and covered it in felt and got it to fit real nice. Now it's time for accessories. I added a tack light. All the batteries are mounted inside of the helmet. This shows the light working. Final coat of primer. Yeah! And here comes my favorite part. Black. Man, this thing is looking so good. Masking off the helmet so that I can add accents. I added red accents to different parts of the helmet. Boy, that red is bright. Now on to the distressing and weathering. Many coats of different colors of acrylic paint really brought down the red. Thank goodness. In these next few pictures, I'm showing how I added RGB lights to the helmet, and again, all the electronics are mounted inside of the helmet. This is just a really cool shot of kind of the effect that I'm going for. Finally, the visor I ordered got here. Man, this thing is looking awesome. Okay, so this is a little add-on that I made. I call it the Wookiee Hunter Mohawk. It is removable by magnets that are mounted in the helmet, so you can change it in and out, which allows me to add other items like this long-range disintegration rifle scanner, but a little more on the rifle on the next video. What's up, guys? Thank you for getting through that video. Of course, there towards the end, it was just a slideshow with a voiceover, but again, my phone quit recording video and I just had to get rid of it and I had to start over, basically, which is kind of a bummer because that last section of the actual build turned out pretty good. I mean, it went according to plan. And but the good thing is I do have it here, and we're gonna go ahead and go over it a little bit, show you kind of what's going on here. As you can see, I mean, she's hard. It's a hard helmet. It's kind of heavy as well. It kind of gained a little weight with all the added electronics and stuff. Starting with, I'm gonna go with the tack light that I put on here. It was just kind of a thing on a whim. Kind of seemed like it was a cool idea. I don't know. But it's pretty cool. It turns on. It actually functions. It's a pretty good bright light as well. And as you can see, she's kind of a little dirty and kind of looks grody, like she's been in the mud, because you know sometimes that happens when you're battling Wookiees. And on the inside, you can kind of see it's pretty dark in there. Using a grinding face mask that's tinted black. Well, it's tinted green and put that in there, mounted it. It's pretty cool. Of course, on the inside here, I have the RGB LEDs, and they do have, let's see here, I got this little baggie that I keep with it, and it's got the remote control for the RGBs, and this is the plug-in for the battery pack that's in here. It's a cell phone charger battery pack, and what it does is you can recharge your cell phone from it. So it has a USB 5.7 volt system. Works really good for the 5.7 volt RGB LEDs. What's pretty cool. Let's see, plug it in. Let me plug it in. There you go. That's pretty cool. When you put it on, you kind of got that look of having energy source or something in the helmet, which according to the lore, there's a lot of tech in here. She's got some battle damage and stuff like that. Of course, I made the accessories that I mentioned towards the end there. The first one I'm going to cover, this one goes to my D rifle, and it's just a little, doesn't do anything. It's made of EVA foam. It's really lightweight because it has to be able to mount by the magnets that I put in here that for the Wookiee Hunter Mohawk, and they're located throughout the entire top of this helmet. But what's cool is, let's pick this up here again, is it just kind of mounts on like that, and it's pretty cool. So it kind of just looks like, you know, I've got a long range scanner for my rifle for when they get too far away, and just, it's real light, comes right off. Buttons, they click, that's all they do. And then let's go into the Wookiee Hunter Mohawk. Alright, so let's put it on real quick. There we go. And that's basically it. It just kind of snaps on. Well, it doesn't really snap on. It's magnetized. It's got magnets in it as well. And it's made out of mostly EVA foam and faux fur. You can see the magnets there. And everywhere you can see the magnets, there's a corresponding spot in the helmet where these go. So, and that's where I get my ability to add accessories and stuff like that. I hope you guys kind of enjoy what I'm doing here. If you do, you know, hit the buttons, subscribe, like, share, all that fun stuff. Thanks, guys. See you next time.